Hello, everyone. LJ Young back again. Today's video, young adults, this one's for you. I'm going to teach you how to become financially free. And you're probably thinking, and how are you going to do that? Since you guys are still, okay, you guys are still, I'm 49, I'll be 50 in December. But you young adults, you guys are still young enough to remember using math in elementary. Remember that? You know, but back in grade school, remember they used to combine math and money together and just adding up and the coins and the dimes, right? But at some point it stopped. Right out of grade school, they didn't really teach about that no more out of grade school. Nobody ever wonders why, right? Because that's all you need. You don't need any more than that when it comes to your money. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need any more knowledge than that. First, I want to start out by saying the master mathematical formula that will set you financially free for the rest of your life. And it's not the secret to this, that the secret is to becoming financially free is saying it's a secret, but it's not a secret. But if you say it's a secret, everybody will believe it's a secret. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I just think about myself when I was a young adult, believing, following the whole herd and thinking you have to do all this stuff. But I'll get into that. The secret is that it's not a secret. Big banks are not evil. No, they're not. And that's just what the people in the debt matrix say. The debt matrix is the place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt. And they believe in the almighty credit gods and the credit score Experian, TransUnion, who's the other one? I never even look at them anymore. It's so crazy. I don't even know my credit score until somebody asks me, "Hey, Linnell, what's your credit score?" I don't know. You want me to go look? Okay, let me go look. It's a 7 something now. I went up 10 points, down 10 points. Hey, why does it do that? I don't know. Who knows? The banks designed it. Whatever, right? But anyway, I get a lot of people telling me, like the young adults that follow the words I'm saying, the teachings that I teach about money, I get them writing me and saying, when they tell other people their age about what I'm saying, I always say, make sure you write me back and tell me those people's reactions, because that's where I get my information to make videos. Well, anyway, the master mathematical formula that will change your life forever. Add up all your savings and add up all your debt. And then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Make sure you do this yourself, okay? And I'm gonna walk you through it so you can understand what I'm saying and why I'm saying it, okay? So that light can just click on in your head and say, wait a minute, nobody told me that. I know, nobody did. Because everybody can't be wealthy, okay? There's gotta be some workers. And there's got to be wealthy people that understand the money. And there's people that just, because it's all a choice. It doesn't matter. It's people choose to be workers, okay? And you can choose to be wealthy. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, once you add this up, you're going to look at this large negative number. You're going to do one of two things. You're not going to believe it, or you're going to say, holy crap, I got to get out of this debt, because your finances are either in the black, that means above zero, or in the red, below zero. And if you're in the negative, you are in the red. Money is not real for you. Okay, it's that simple. Who made up these rules? Math made the rules. I don't. Math is law when it comes to finances, just like anything else. Math is law. Now, if you look at this number and say, well, I don't believe it, you got to ask yourself, now this is you asking yourself this question. Even though I punch these numbers in my calculator myself, how come I don't believe I have no money? You got to look in the mirror and say, how come I don't believe that number? I'm going to tell you why you don't believe it. Because you believe you own everything you financed. You believe you own your house, though you have a mortgage, though you couldn't have bought that house that you're living in right now because you didn't have the money. You had to go to the bank to borrow the money. And you believe that the bank gives you the money and say, here's the keys. And you say, am I a homeowner? The bank says, you sure are here, and then you walk away and tell everybody you're a homeowner. The bank don't care. The bank don't care what you believe. That's a belief. But all you got to do is say, wait a minute. I couldn't have bought this house without their help because I didn't have the money. That's it. That's all you. That's the crazy thing. That's all you got to do. But if you choose to believe that number, as soon as you see that large negative number, you're going to say, how do I get out of it? That's where I come in. I have the plan. I'll help you skip so many hurdles that you won't even have to learn all the things I've learned. I'm going to say, I'll create the plan and say, this is do step, 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 and then you'll be free. That's it. Now, it's going to be hard to grasp because society is always constantly, especially when you're like late 20s, early 30s, like, hey, everybody's getting a house. Maybe I should get a house. They said I got to get a house and a car and I should have this and I should have that. You got to stop and think, says who? Who says I have to have all this stuff? Those are only people in the debt matrix that believe they're homeowners while having a mortgage. It's nothing personal. It's just math. Nothing more than that. Nothing. It's just math. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, to the main subject today, right? So I'm on Instagram, and it doesn't matter, any social media, it doesn't matter, but I was just particularly on Instagram, and I see this person get online and talk about how they financed this car because they had a bag. I guess that's the new term of saying you have money. I got that bag. I don't know what's in that bag. Because if there was money in that bag, you would have bought that car cash. But since you're financing that car, there's no money in that bag. Or else you would have paid for it. You would have pulled the money out of that bag and said, hey, here's the money for that car. But people will brag about, they say, oh man, yeah, I walked in looking like this, like regular sweatsuits and flip-flops or whatever, right? People always think that has anything to do with anything. The bank don't care how you look. They don't care how you look. They just run your credit report and see if you're in the red or in the black. That's all they care about. And if you're financing a car, you're in the red. Because only people with money never ever finance anything that depreciates ever. How are you ever going to get ahead? Never. That's mathematically impossible. Every time you start that bad boy up, driving down the road, it's going down in value, going up in value for the bank. You know how people say, oh, a car is not an asset. Yes, it is. For the bank, it is. Not you, but for the bank. See how that works? Only people in the debt matrix believe they got a great deal, a great percentage rate on a finance car. Nobody gets a finance car on sale. Nobody. But anyway, I'm looking at this, and this person is and now I'm not talking bad about them, okay? They just don't know. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're saying. And then I go through the comments. Everybody say, hey, congratulations. Oh, yeah, you're doing it big. I look like, no, you're not. You just went further in the red. You're going deeper in the hole on a depreciating object. The bank don't care about a thing. A car is a thing. It's just a pretty thing to you. The one you got, people think that when they finance this one car is special, knowing logically that there's thousands of them the same one you just bought. This car is not special. It's only special to you. That's a feeling. Now, let me give you a better way of looking at things, okay? Since math and money are one, math is law when it comes to money. Math is the law. Never forget that. You break the law, you're breaking your money rules. You're breaking them. Oh, man, I've lost my train of thought. But anyway, let's go back to the Instagram thing. So anyway, I'm reading all the comments, and everybody's saying all this congrats. Now, people that say that, right? Because this person's clearly saying that they financed it, okay? Because they're taking, oh God, they're taking a picture of themselves signing that stack of paperwork, locking themselves to that depreciating object for the next 72 months. So what they really don't know they're doing, they're like signing the paperwork. Now, I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at myself because I did the same thing, but without the picture. Because I took a picture of me buying, hey, congratulations, I'm taking a picture with me financing this depreciating object with the dealership. They're smiling because ching-ching, it's a payday for them. I'm smiling for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm reading all the comments. And anyway, she's signing for this paperwork, not realizing what she's signing is that she's locking herself to this depreciating object for 72 months. The car, her job, what was the thing? Her car, the job, and the bank. Three things that this person is locking herself to for the next 72 months, 60 months, 84 months. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the most common one is 72 months because they want smaller payments and all this other stuff. I get it. I get it. Young people, don't follow that path. If you ever want to be financially free, this is all you got to do is get your finances from the negative, from the red, above in the black, above zero. And it's just fifth grade math. If you're at that stage and you're itching to look like you're ready to buy a house, okay? Because of all your friends around you, they're buying homes too. That's what you think. Okay, I'm gonna give you some inclinations, some things to think about to see if you're ready to buy a house. Okay, savings minus debt equals how much money you have to buy a house. That's it. That's it. And if it's in the negative, you can't buy a house. That's it. It's that simple. There's no other way. There's no first-time home buyer programs, FHA mortgages. There's nothing. It doesn't matter the type of mortgage. You have no money. Now, if you see your friends buying a house, right? This is how you determine, without them knowing why you're asking, because these are not common questions, and they will not. People in debt. Okay, this is the best way. I keep jumping all over, but once you're out of debt, you clearly understand. I clearly understand that money is spoken on different frequencies, totally different frequencies. They don't even understand you. So you can ask these questions and they won't know why you're asking. You go like this. Because people, okay, the house thing. People in debt love to tell everybody how much the house costs, like they pay cash for it. That's the way people in the debt matrix speak, okay? Doesn't matter why they say that. It doesn't matter. Okay, just listen. Now you ask them, hey, how much did you have to put down on the house? Now most people are, because they believe they got good credit, they say, oh man, I ain't put nothing down. Don't listen to them anymore if they say that. Because what they're saying is that they financed the whole price of the house. They didn't have the money to put the 20% down on the house. If you don't even have, listen to what I'm saying, okay? Listen to what I'm listen closely to what I'm saying and try not to involve your feelings. Try not to involve your feelings, okay? Money and math go hand in hand. The only thing that can separate math and money are feelings. Don't ever mix them in there. So as I'm saying this, some people will probably be like, oh man, who is he? He ain't nothing. He's just talking crap. He's a hater or whatever. That's debt talk. Those are feelings. That's like me asking you, how do you feel about 1 + 1 = 2? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about 10 - 5 = 5? How do you feel about, does it make you comfy? Does it make you comfortable? Does it make you warm and fuzzy inside? Are you ready and happy, or does it make you angry? And you're probably looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Linnell, it's just math. I know, exactly. That's how you should always look at your money. If you do what I'm telling you, you will win. Nothing will stop you. And you know the best part? You can tell everybody what you're doing. Guess what? They won't even believe you. They won't even believe you. They'll look at you like, what the hell are you talking about? Exactly. And then you're going to come back to this video and be like, Linnell was right. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. That's why you'll win. It doesn't matter. You will win. And people will think you are rich. But one thing you realize, once you're out of debt, you don't need to show people that you got money. You don't need to show people. There's no reason for that. If the majority of Americans, are 85% of people, are in debt, why do you need to show them that you have money? That doesn't make any sense. Don't show them nothing. Just fit in. Just buy a regular car, regular house, If you want to do something extravagant, you can do something. You don't have to tell everybody. You don't have to share it on Facebook. You don't have to do none of that because they won't understand. Oh, what kind of job? People believe it has something to do with what type of job you have, the occupation, your title. It doesn't mean anything. Doctors, lawyers, they're all broke. Not all, excuse me. Most of them are broke because of student loans. It don't look like that from the outside because you'll see the cars, the houses, but you want to find out if they're living in the red or living in, let me not say broke, okay? This is the easiest way to find out if somebody you believe has money, especially young adults. Somebody that you believe have money, this is all you got to do. Another one of these questions, okay? If they roll up on a new car, figure out if they're making car payments by asking them, hey, man, just say something random like, oh, man, I know that car payment is steep or something. Just make up something. A person that's not making car payments, this is what will happen. Like, for example, somebody came up to me and said, man, that car payment must be steep. This is what I would do. What? Car payments? Are you crazy? I'm not making car payments. But somebody, other person that's making payments, they'll say something like, oh, no, it ain't that much. Or, no, it wasn't, it's just $50 more than the last one. That's debt talk. Only people in debt talk like that. People that have money never, ever finance depreciating objects with interest. We don't do that. Why would you ever do that? You just do the math and be like 5, 2, carry the 5, 72 months. No, not doing it. Sorry. That's it. You don't do stuff like that. But just ask them. And what I'm jumping all over. But the house part, what else? Ask them, say, hey, okay, primary mortgage insurance or mortgage insurance premiums. Ask them, say, hey, are you paying PMI? Now you ask a person like me, hey, are you paying PMI? Hell no, I ain't paying PMI. Are you crazy? No. But if you ask, say, I don't know. Or, yeah, just for a little while, just for the first couple of years, don't listen to them anymore. They're doing it wrong. Whether they know they're doing it wrong is 100% irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's just math. They're doing it to themselves. The banks are not doing nothing to nobody. What's the main job of the banks? To make money, young people. Their job is to make money. People in debt, money is not real for them. It's not. It doesn't exist. Money's not. Now, I know you've probably heard that every now and then, or, somebody that sound like they're crazy, right? What do you mean money's not real? I always say this too. I want you to understand money is not, this is how you figure out if money is real for you or not, okay? Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in your pocket, in your savings account, in a long tube of Coke bottle filled coins. That's how much money you got. It doesn't matter that it's in a thing in your closet or under your bed, or it doesn't matter. If your finances are in a negative, the money you see and feel is not real. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Money doesn't exist for you. Here's another example. If you had $1,000 in savings and $100,000 in student loan debt, your net worth is negative $99,000. The $1,000 that you see that's under your mattress in the savings account that you're hiding from somewhere, you're only hiding it from yourself. It doesn't exist. Who says this? Math says this. I didn't invent math. I didn't invent it. Young people, don't follow the crowd. What I'm telling you now, if I hadn't known this in my late 20s, early 30s, or even earlier, right at 18, if I can catch an 18-year-old, actually, I've been catching 21-year-olds, but if I can catch an 18-year-old this age, just say, hey, man, just do the math, do this, and follow that math. You'll always win. You'll be financially free your entire life. They'll say, what do you mean? Do the math. What's that math say? Now, it's going to be hard to swallow when you look at the math. You're going to be like, dang, I know he's right. I know it's in the negative, but how come I don't believe it? That's going to be the light bulb moment for you. You got to look at that negative number, be like, I did this math myself. It's in the negative. How come I still don't believe it? That's the math moment. And you do it yourself. Don't be following on Facebook and Instagram. You see people, I got that bag and this and that. If they're financing a car, nothing's in that bag. They just don't know nothing's in that bag. The banks are not doing anything evil. You know, when I look at big banks now, because I was riding, young people, I was riding just like with everybody else. Only people in the debt matrix think like that. I was, oh, the banks are bad, they're evil. Look at all the big buildings and gold plated this and marble that. They're so mean and evil, they're just hoarding all of them. No, they're not. You know what they're saying? Look at all this money we're making. We're building buildings, we're marble and just putting marble on stuff that don't even need marble because we got so much money. You want some of this money? Yeah, learn how to speak the language. My credit report, if I walked in a bank with my credit report and 20% down on the house or more, whatever, right? They wouldn't insult me with anything less than the top rated mortgage of this 2019 right now. Whatever the best top rate mortgage is, that's the one I want. They wouldn't even insult me with anything less. They wouldn't dare walk up to me and say, hey, Mr. Young, we have this FHA mortgage here for you. I'd have been like, what? Are you insane? Good day. They wouldn't do that. All they got to do is look at my credit report. That's it. Now, you're probably thinking, why, you got a high credit score? It's 7 something. I don't know. That's not the important part. They look at to see if my finances are in the red or in the black. That's it. If they're in the black, my credit score is going to naturally be at a good credit score. I really don't care. Credit scores are just indicators. Hey, does it pay? Does the bank like you a lot? Oh, you must got an 850. Okay, the banks love you. Oh, you got a 5 something? Okay, you don't pay back the bank's money on time. That's it. That's all. That's all it does. People, my clients now, the people with the worst credit are closer to 0 than the people with the good credit. People with 850 credit scores, they got student loans, card notes, mortgage payments, credit card payment. But on the outside, they look like they're just doing it big. They got the money bag. They look like they got the money back. People with the low credit score, they have no idea they're closer to 0. They probably be having like $10,000 worth of debt, 20 maybe. These guys with high credit scores, oh man, they be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Carrying student loans, having student loans older than their children. Now, this is not talking about anybody. This is just math. If you do this now, if you do this right now, and when you start, say like this, say like you call me up, email me, whatever, and we set up and I created a plan. You're going to be so excited. You're going to want to tell all your friends, hey, look, we've been doing it wrong. It's just math. Look. They're going to be looking like, who is this person? They think he's better than us. You trying to, what you trying to sell us? No, it's math. Look, it's math. It's math. It's not me. It's math. Then they're going to stop talking to you. You got to keep it quiet. You can't tell nobody. They're not going to like you anymore for some unknown reason. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Just be quiet. That's it. Don't even worry about it. You'll slowly start to realize that you're not looking forward to Fridays anymore and dreading Mondays and all this other stuff because you will work when you feel like working. No more overtime. You don't have to worry about that overtime. Hey, some of these jobs are like, hey, you can't have overtime for 3 to 4 months and all this stuff. You just write your boss back and say, hey, give it to somebody that needs it. I don't want it. You don't need no overtime. That's for people in debt. That's why they need the overtime. Get it? It all connects. This has changed my whole entire life. I see how the whole economic system works. Somebody designed a system. I don't know if it's a family. I don't know if it's a person. Somebody designed it, and it works like a well-oiled machine. Everything is in plain sight. Nothing's hidden. Nothing is hidden. Saying financial freedom is a secret. That's the secret that makes it a secret. It's calling it a secret, but it's really not a secret. It's grade school math. That's it. So if you're feeling that pressure, young people, because you're getting closer to 30 and you feel like you should be having something, you got to stop and always think back and say, who's saying that? Who's saying that I have to have a house right now? Who's saying that I have to finance a car? Who's saying that? Most likely it's people in debt. People in debt are wanting you to, because they don't really understand it either, so they want you to be just like them. That's it. There's nothing more than that. So if you bought an older car cash, people in debt usually talk about, oh, this is what people in debt do, man. You're going to crack up laughing. They must ain't got no money. Their credit must be bad. They just talk. It's just jibber jabber. Not even realizing they're breaking all the math laws. Math and money. The math is law over money. They're breaking all the laws. They don't even know it. They don't even know it. Don't even know it. So they're gonna talk about you. Oh man, he ain't got no money. Look at his old car and this and that. And they're the ones carrying student loans, credit cards, they up to their eyeballs in debt. Imagine a tree. Here's the trunk and all these branches. Okay, these branches are things that people in debt got to keep: credit card, cable bill, cell phone bill, financing phones, homes, furniture. Those are all the branches, and the trunk is their job. Okay? They lose their job and it crashes. Their whole world changes. Last but not least, I'm gonna give you one more example so you can see. When you see like a person that's a doctor, you automatically assume that they have money. Okay? Not saying that all of them they don't, but most of them, right? But they also accompany with them $300,000-$400,000 worth of student loan debt. 300,000 or 400,000. That's the price of a nice house. Now, you assume that they got money because they're not taking care of that student loan debt. They're just going, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. They go to school all those years. They want to get out. They got this money. They want to spend that money and show the world that they're making money and they're a doctor. It's called doc-itis. They can help everybody else, but they can't. They don't know the shot for themselves. Here's the shot. Pay off the student loan. A doctor could live humbly for like 2 or 3 years and pay off $300,000, $400,000 easy. But the people around them, they're going to say, hey, he's a doctor. Why is he still driving that old Honda? They're too worried about what other people think. Stop thinking about what other people think. It doesn't matter. But they're in so much debt. Don't fall. A person's job title doesn't matter. Don't fall for that, young people. That's just a fantasy myth. You don't know anything. Unless you can see their financials, do not believe anything you see. That's just stuff. When you're out of debt, living in the black, I'm telling you, everything is stuff. A car, house. I don't care what nobody has. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a house. Housing prices, car prices, none of that stuff matters to me. It doesn't. I don't care what the current house price is. I don't care what the value of a car is. That doesn't matter to me. All I'm doing is going to buy whatever I want from somebody that's in debt, in credit trouble, and they will sell it for anything just to get out of debt. That's how it works on this side of the fence. And I want you guys to be here. And if you start at a young age, you're going to have so much money. Oh my God. I'll teach you how to tax. I'll teach you how taxes can help you become rich. I'll teach you how, like, you can take your 401k and make so much money. It's almost like double dipping. Everything I'm telling you is legal. Okay? It's legal. It's there. It's nothing's hidden. I'll teach you all that. You will have so much money. You'll be like, holy crap. And then again, you'll start getting excited again, wanting to tell the world. And they're going to be like, are you crazy? What are you talking about? Taxes? Everybody hates taxes. Nuh-uh. Taxes can help you become rich, financially free. Don't worry about that match. You know, you hear all these, most people, young people, you're probably intimidated because you hear all these people talk about investing in stocks and they look like they know what they're saying. Oh yeah, I'm getting this percentage back from this. I'm doing that. Oh yeah, I took my 401k and then I'm getting a match and I'm taking that percentage and then I'm paying off it's just jibber jabber. It's jibber jabber. Savings minus debt equals how much money they're matching. If their finances are in the negative, they're not matching anything. They're matching negative on top of negative equals more negative. If they believe it, whatever. It's just math. So right now, for example, if you're investing in your 401k, your retirement, and you believe you're getting a match, this is how you figure out if you're getting a match, young people. Savings minus debt equals how much you're matching. Again, that's how much you're matching. You're not matching anything. Start now. Reach out to me, DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. I will set you on your way and show you every way with math. And then once you're over here in the black, you will know how to pick the right accountant, lawyer, doctor, contractor for your house, everything. You're probably thinking, how would you do that? Ask to see their personal credit report. If you got a contractor coming to your house, say like you bought a house and financed it the right way or paid cash, right? And now you're about to do something to your house. And you're looking for a contractor. This is how I'm gonna look for. This is how I look for a contractor. Hey, he's gonna say, hey, I can do this, I can do that. Let me see your personal credit report. If he's deep in debt, that's the type of work you're gonna get. Because even if this person knows or not, even if they know they're deep in debt, debt dictates how they will work. Debt dictates how their business is working. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about math. Nothing bigger than that. Doesn't matter if somebody believes that or not. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. Then why are you in debt? If your business, like you see somebody look like they got a successful business, they're making tons of money, and then you see their personal credit report, you got to think to yourself, if you're making so much money over here, why are you carrying a student loan for 20 years? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. Math and money are one. Math is the law when it comes to money. If you never forget that, you will be rich. You will be financially free. You will always, always live in the black. That's it. All right, you guys have a good one.